And now it's time for someone's favorite Zoom Facebook Live comedy game show, Fill in the Blank, with your hosts, Aaron Blanck, and our house band, Papa Kozac.
Thanks for having us, Aaron. Good to be back on the show. Good to be here for the first time on the show.
That's right. This is our first time here on the show.
It'll be good if there's another one to be back for next time. So, hello to the world out there. We're just the musical guests.
We're the house band.
We're the house band.
Should we
start the show ourselves? We're the hosts? We're the hosts?
No, we're the house band.
All right, so as the hosts of this show now, we're gonna bring on our celebrity guests.
No, we gotta do the theme song.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank. Lots of dead celebrities. Fill in the blank. Questions about society. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank. Hosting a game show over Zoom. From his home and living room. Show's gonna start real. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank, 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 blank. Fill in the blank. Fill in the. Fill in the. Fill in the blank.
Well, isn't that something? Thank you, Papa Kozac. Thanks for trying to steal the show there for a second.
I thought you were gonna let me have it.
No, I'm very selfish. But thank you. Thanks for being on, and thanks everybody for watching Fill in the Blank, the only fully social distance Zoom Facebook Live comedy game show that I know about. And I want to thank you guys, Papa Kozac, for writing that amazing theme song. Love that. Love every reference to the fact that I am just sitting in a basement in Rehoboth while doing this. But God, things are going good. So how are you guys doing? You're having a nice quarantine, my friends?
Oh yeah. We're Papa Kozac, man. We're
rock and roll.
Rock and roll, making songs.
Rock and roll. Speaking of rock and roll, I think it's important tonight that we mention that tonight's show is dedicated to the memory of someone we lost today who I often dress similarly of. So I would like to give a good old, shut up to Lil Richard. Wherever you are, Lil Richard.
Yeah, one for the real thing.
Keep on whistling. But thank you guys for being on. We'll get you back in a bit to play some more music for us, but love you to our house band, Papa Kozac.
All right.
Oh, God. Aren't they amazing? Isn't it fun? I have a theme song now. That's weird. Either way, welcome to Fill in the Blank, the only Zoom Facebook Live comedy game show that I'm aware of. We got a great show for you tonight. We got some celebrity guests. We got some contestant. Just one. So why don't we get this show on the road? First off, it is time to introduce our contestant for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a dear friend of mine. He is technically my biological father, according to him. I believe he is the new animal affairs expert with the Epic Theater Company. He's a fantastic actor and also a person. So please welcome to the Fill in the Blank stage, Rico Lanny! Oh, there's too much
Cheering for
applause.
me. Yay!
There's too much applause. We can't even hear you.
Oh my God, Aaron, my son, my little boy.
It's me, Rico. Yeah, your little boy. Good to see you.
You have your father's exposed chest.
I've heard that one before. So, Rico, thanks for being on the show. Tell me, how is quarantine treating you?
Let me tell you something, Aaron. I am having the quarantine of my life, okay? Did you know that every single James Bond movie is on Amazon Prime right now?
No, and I don't care, but I
Me
know
neither.
now. But we both know now. And sometimes
Yeah.
information is its own reward.
Exactly. Knowing is half the battle. Did G.I. Joe say that or someone?
Are you asking me if I know what G.I. Joe said?
Well, I assume you like the dolls.
Fair point.
Yeah, there we go.
Fine. Well, thank you so much for being on our show tonight, Rico. It's a thrill to have you. Well, you go away for a second. We'll bring you back when it's time to play the game. All right, Rico?
Ready to go.
Oh, what a guy. What a pal. What a man. Okay, then. So now that we have met this week's contestant, it's time to meet our celebrity guests. We have got a great lineup of legendary icons for you tonight, many of whom are dead. Our first guest, however, is neither dead nor alive. A true abomination of felt and glitter, and a girl with quite the stick up her ass because it's a human fist. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a silent welcome to Twinkle Toes Tina!
Oh, thanks so much for having me, Aaron. It's great to be here.
It's great to see you, Tina. I haven't seen you since your recital for the Friends Council of Ministers.
Oh, yes, that was such a beautiful evening. Nothing compares to Tchaikovsky in the moonlight. Oh, and that President Macron. Oh, I'd like to take him by his puppet hole, if you know what I mean. If I was just a little younger, I'd snatch him right up and give him the old French guillotine, just bam, just bam. Then I'd, just get this up here.
Okay, hold on, Tina. I thought we talked about this before the show. You got to treat this like it's cable television. Like the match game. That's the aesthetic we're going here for. No overt sex stuff. No.
I know. I'm sorry. That French daddy just gets me by my dowels, But I'll be civil tonight. I'm censoring.
Okay. Well, glad to hear it. Well, like I said, we are very excited to have you on the show tonight.
Yeah, well, it was this or a photo shoot for my OnlyFans, so I figured why not get some outside exposure?
You what?
My OnlyFans. Oh, come on, Aaron. Don't pretend like you don't already follow me.
This is exactly the kind of stuff we're talking about.
Quick plug. Hey, you! Yeah, you! Sitting at home, looking to get dirty with a sexy single puppet who's just looking to have a good time? Follow at TwinkleToesTina100 on OnlyFans to get a piece of this fine, furry, beady-eyed, stringy-haired, lukewarm to the touch piece of puppet ass.
I just told you no sex stuff.
That's not sex stuff. That's business. A girl's got to have a side hustle. Let me finish. I do butt stuff, boob stuff, stuffing stuff, butt stuffing stuff, puppet on puppet, girl on puppet, puppet on girl on puppet, puppet on puppy, and Asian.
Stop. Okay, all right. You off. Mute your things. Get out of there. Thank you, Twinkle Toes Tina. We'll circle back to her later. Okay, up next, folks, we have... Oh, this is a good one. Ladies and gentlemen, I met our next guest in 10th grade history class. He's a true statesman, a real charmer, and a handsome devil. Please give no applause because that's impossible. You're just watching this in your room. For the 8th President of the United States, President, did you guess it? President Martin Van Buren!
I'm on Van Buren from New York.
Yes, you are! Oh, yes, you are! Oh, such a breath of fresh air, a man who speaks his truth.
I'm Martin Van Buren from New York.
Thank you so much, Mr. Van Buren. Oh, it is an honor to have you on the show tonight. We cannot wait to see what kind of wit and poise you can bring to this great and hallowed game of match.
Oh, Aaron, being with you reminds me of my days as a young Dutch-American boy living in Kinderhook, New York. Mommy, please pass the buttered ham, I would say. Though I had no idea my father was off fighting in the American Revolution, and I would never see him again.
Love Wikipedia facts. You truly are an American patriot, and since I have this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to speak with you, I feel like I have to ask, is there anything you would like to say to help us get through these difficult times?
I'll do you one better, Aaron. In my darkest times, when old Calhoun thought he had me beat, he said, I will kill him dead, sir. Kill him dead. He will never kick, sir, never kick. But I never gave up the fight, sir. I never did. Not even when they used to shot old Hickory.
You know, you could have just said no when I asked if you had anything to say. Will you please stick around to fill in a few blanks for us?
I will be here when you need me, or my name isn't Martin Van Buren from New York.
Oh, that Martin Van Buren is a laugh riot. It's a shame he's dead. A true loss for democracy. And speaking of democracy, let's bring on our next guest. She is the Queen of Soul, the winner of 206 Grammy Awards and a world-class thrower of shades. Bow down to your screens for the Queen, Miss Aretha freaking Franklin. Oh, Miss Franklin, let me say it is an honor to have you on our program. How are you doing tonight? How's quarantine treating you?
Well, I've been dead for years, so it's not really different from my usual routine. I get up, put on my house coat, take off my earrings, dust off my 18 Grammys, eat a grilled cheese, and then take a dump. So I'm surviving with myself.
That's right, Aretha. You will survive.
That's not one of mine. And let's keep it Miss Franklin for right now.
Of course, Miss Franklin. My apologies. I just get a little excited talking to such a legend.
Legend? Legend implies I'm old and forgotten. I may be dead, but I still got it. That's the only reason I said yes to being on this show, to remind the young ones how it's done, honey. You'll remember when I released my covers of the greatest diva hits in 2014? It sold 23,000 copies in the first week.
Oh, yeah, you are definitely still relevant. You know, I have a drag queen friend named Urethra Franklin.
I am neutral towards that information.
Great. Well, thank you for being on the show, Miss Franklin. I promise that for the rest of the night, I will give you plenty of respect. Okay, I'm making friends tonight, folks. Making friends tonight. And speaking of friends, let's bring on our final celebrity guest. This is a true diva, folks. And by that, I mean she is an opera diva. From La Scala to Facebook Live, please give a warm for Maria Callas. Oh!
Hello, Aaron. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to bring some culture to your little matchy show. It's so good to talk to regular people sometimes. It helps remind me of who I am, which is much better than everyone else.
Well, it's an honor to have you here. You are truly one of the greats, if not the greatest.
No. Do not disparage my rivals.
Oh, no,
Not that I have any rivals, only compatriots. I will not hear a word against any of my sister singers, not the freakishly tall one or the porky one, and especially not the ugly ones. Not a word. They are my sisters, and I cherish them for their unique talents.
Well, it's great to have you here, Miss Callas. Thank you for taking time out of rolling around in a grave to come out in the show.
Of course, darling. Anything for a paycheck.
Well, folks, we've introduced our guests, so now is the part of the show where I explain the rules as briefly and confusingly as possible. So let's bring back the lovely Rico to the screen so I can explain it while he pretends to listen. Oh, there you are, Rico. So, the way the game works is that first I'm going to say a sentence to Rico, who might be above me, he might be below me. Who could say? And the sentence will have a blank in it. And he, along with our celebrity panel, is going to fill in the blank in a humorous or serious fashion. The show doesn't have to be good. That's up to them. And no. I'm kidding. I charm my way through anything. I can make it work. Either way, after Rico has filled in the blank, we ask our celebrity panel how they filled in their blanks and if we have any matches. And if we do, Rico gets a point. And if he gets enough points, even one, honestly, he wins the ultimate prize. He doesn't have to be on the show again. Oh, a truly priceless prize now that there is no reason to not have to be in your friend's Zoom, Facebook Live game show comedy program. So, let's get started, Rico. Are you ready to rumble? You ready to play Fill in the Blank?
I'm as ready
Right.
as I'm
So let's go to the first question. So, Rico, Donald Trump, he just can't seem to say anything right. Turns out, when he asked if we could inject bleach to cure COVID-19, he meant to say that we could cure it by injecting blank.
I'm gonna say, he probably meant beach because we're so close to summer. Skies out, thighs out, all that.
Skies out, thighs out. Of course, Donald Trump meant to inject beach, like the whole beach, like sand.
Well, it was as many things that we come to find out after he says them. He doesn't mean them literally. It was more of a metaphor, like go out, get some sun, get that vitamin D.
The feeling of beach.
Exactly. Or watch the movie Beaches.
Yes. I mean, you are the wind beneath my wings. I know that for sure.
Never seen it. Don't know the reference.
Okay, great. Good to hear. Well, Rico, that's a great answer. Let's see if you got yourself some matches. All right, let's see what our celebrities got to say. Up first, we have the diva herself, Maria Callas. Maria, darling, there you are. Maria, Donald Trump just can't seem to say anything right. Turns out he asked if we could inject bleach to cure COVID-19. He meant to say that we could cure it by injecting blank. La Trevina, La Truvada.
Traviata.
Is that like a pasta sauce?
One of the great operas, Aaron Verdi, Piave, Le Damo Cramal.
You think Trump knows about opera? The man saw Evita 6 times. He's not a culture guy.
That is the problem with you Americans. You have no culture. I have culture running through my veins, so my bloods could never clot. If you Americans took your heads out of those giant bubonic Kardashian asses and injected some real art into your lives, maybe you'd all be healthier.
Maria, you're American. You're from New York.
Did somebody say New York?
Mr. President, please wait your turn.
Oh, it's okay, Aaron. I'm Greek. We invented democracy, so I know that most presidents are kakapipadutu.
Oh, there's nothing kakakukututu about New York.
You can tell him. I'm leaving. Il muto.
Mr. President, that was a little rude to interrupt her.
Oh, but I just wanted to thank Mario Van Peebles for being from New York. The greatest of the 16 states that make America.
All right, okay, so New York is your answer? People should inject New York?
Exactly. This whole country would have used a little more New York right now. We just need to take whatever it is in New York, bottle it all up, and inject it into directly the water supply. Make America New York again.
Yeah, okay. I just sent you a link to an article on the chat on what's going on in New York right now. You might want to give it a quick scan real quick.
The radio, it's smart. Let's see. New York. New York.
Yeah, okay. Goodbye. Yeah, sorry, Rico. That's 0 for 2 with matches there.
Yeah, not doing great.
No, but people, I mean, I will say, like, the spirit of New York is similar to the spirit of a beach.
Yeah, I will, I will put up for half a point if I can,
Oh, no.
Third of a point?
No.
Quarter point?
No. You know what? Why don't we just move on to anyone else? How about the Queen of Soul, Miss Franklin? Miss Franklin, tell me what I want. Baby, you got it.
I encourage you to make one single reference that occurred during your lifetime. There are several award-winning songs to choose from. I have many Grammys. Would you like to see them?
Oh, please, take us on the tour.
All my Grammys. Aren't they beautiful? This one's my favorite. This is my lifetime achievement Grammy. Aren't they beautiful? I spend all day dusting.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious. And I accept that challenge to make a reference within the time I've been alive. So tell me, Aretha, what did Donald Trump mean to tell us all to inject instead of bleach?
Well, I'm a very healthy person, ignoring the fact that I am deceased. So I figured I'd take this opportunity to share my secret health plan. Every day since I was 11, I had 2 cups of Macwell House International Coffee brand Mocha Swiss with every meal, and I'm as healthy as a horse, baby. A dead horse, but a horse nonetheless. horses always remind me of Luther Vandross. He would just look at them and cry for hours. Pathetic, sad little man. But beautiful gowns, gorgeous gowns.
Oh, well, that's a great answer and an interesting anecdote, but unfortunately, it's not a match.
You're not a match!
Well, tonight is not going your way, Rico. No matches yet, but you get one more chance this round with the luminous, the decadent, Rhode Island's answer to that Muppet on Sesame Street that occasionally speaks Spanish. Twinkle Toes, Tina!
Oh, fuck.
Now you behave, Tina.
Yes, sir. I'll be your good little girl.
Oh, God, that's somehow so much worse. Okay, so Tina, though I'm frightened to ask, what does Trump want us to inject to cure coronavirus?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked, Aaron. Now, I've been monitoring the political situation very closely, and that's not even counting touching my puppet parts watching Governor Cuomo's press conferences. There is a lot of information about, many different medicines they are trying to use, whatever it's hypotenuse fluorida or Remdesivir. But I know of a cure-all, the best medicine anyone can ever have. So I wrote, semen. We need our Navy now more than ever. Hospital boats, blood drives, circle jerks, all the things the Navy needs to offer to those in need. Everyone could use an injection of hot, white, distinguished semen.
I'm going to be honest with you, Tina. I don't like how you answered that.
Yeah, you look like one of those gays who's more Air Force than Navy, which is valid. That scene in Top Gun where they play volleyball on the beach shirtless was how I realized I was going to have to be the one to kill Val Kilmer.
Oh, great, Tina. Well, it's not a match, so you can...
Follow me on Instagram at Bernadette Peters Vibrato.
Don't plug. You got anything? Oh, God. Not a match. Rico, I'm so sorry. Not a match.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, you got anything you want to plug? She's plugging her Instagram and her OnlyFans.
I would just like to replug Tina's OnlyFans. I feel it's a great...
Well, I'd like you not to do that. I would prefer it if you didn't partake in that activity.
Well, you can also, I believe she's making a Patreon of nude comics. You could follow that as well.
Well, see, that sounds artistic. I'd consider that.
Oh, it is not.
Well, then, we might as well continue with the game, shall we? And unfortunately, Rico, you got no points on the bird in our first question, but we can still continue. There's still a chance. Are you ready for the next question?
Yeah, I'm hoping to get a point. Don't really want to do this again.
Well, then, here we go. So, question 2. After persistent rumors about his possible death, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un was finally seen in public last week. Apparently, his explanation is that he wasn't dead. He was just busy doing blank. So, Rico, what's your answer?
So Kim Jong-un was missing. All right. I'm going to say he was doing a shot-for-shot remake of The Devil Wears Prada where he plays the Stanley Tucci part.
Well, that is certainly an answer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has the capabilities of it.
He has the range, for sure.
Oh, he's got the range, darling. And let me tell you, if I was the dictator of a small Asian country, I would definitely be using resources during a pandemic to remake movies with myself and the best parts.
Well,
so
they
I
definitely don't distribute it nationally, so he might as well do his own version.
It makes sense. Well, let's see if anybody else came up with it. All right, celebrities. How about Aretha Franklin? Aretha, come on down. Oh, welcome back, Miss Franklin.
Whoa.
Oh, I never left, honey.
Well, it's a figure of speech. I know you haven't left. Nobody's really left in the last 2 months, but now you're back on the screen. See what I did there?
It was good.
Great. All right, Aretha, what is your answer?
I said, if that big talking little missile launching man went missing for a week, he was probably busy judging one of those America's Next Top Voice or something. If Mariah can do it, God bless her heart, she's such a gracious person, then anybody can judge one of them things. Hand me the mic, baby. I'll get to the table and start whipping these young singers into shape. Get me to thinking, who's zooming who?
Yes, that old adage, if you're not zooming your contestants, they might start zooming you.
You know, Aaron, I even gave Fantasia a few pointers one evening when I called her up after dusting my Grammy for Wonderful off of my 35th studio album. So damn happy when it came to me. It'd just be the right tune for her. I mean, no one can do it like me, but she would have gave it a good try.
Or maybe R-E-S-P-E-C-T, the song you won your first Grammy for. Why don't you tell the folks at home about that album?
Aaron!
Ow.
I would never stoop to such a shameless self-plug.
Oh, of course. Well, that's a great answer, Miss Franklin, but not a match. Sorry, Rico. Oh, God, she's got a good right hook on her.
Yeah.
Whew. Well, why don't we keep going, shall we, while I wait for that to heal? With Mr. President Martin Van Buren, show me MVP. So, President
I see a pattern.
New York.
New York.
Kim Jong-un was busy doing New York, like a vacation.
Yeah, that's the one. Mr. Calhoun over there.
Our contestant's name is Rico. He's not John C. Calhoun.
I see you there, Mr. Calhoun. You call me the sly fox, but you're pretty sly yourself. You think you can derail my bid of ambassador. You Whigs are all the same. I'll crush your tiny little pelvis under my left boot heel. Do you know who I am? I'm President Martin Van Buren of New York.
Oh, girl, he said that. He told you what was what. Unfortunately, our contestant, who is Rico Lanny, and not the 7th Vice President of the United States, John Calhoun, did not give the answer New York. But thank you so much for just being yourself with us, Mr. Van Buren.
Mr. Calhoun and Tyler, too.
Yeah, whatever that means. Oh, that was a close one there, Rico. He had it out for you.
Yeah, I don't know why he would think I'm John C. Calhoun.
I don't know. You give off that vibe.
A real Calhoun vibe.
Yeah, like I'm surprised that nobody's ever said that to you before.
Well, you can see it all in my one-man show, Calhoun Quarries.
Calhoun Quarries. Is that what you're writing in quarantine, Calhoun Quarries?
Let's say yes.
Well, let's see if we can get you let's see if we can get you a match there, Calhoun. All right, Tina, are you there?
Yeah, stroke it, baby.
Tina!
Oh, sorry. I've got a couple different tabs open.
What's your answer, Tina?
You're gonna love this one. Kim Jim Tim was presumed dead, but he was actually just busy doing.
Grabs it with him. 30 pounds of cocaine.
30 pounds of cocaine!
That's actually a plausible answer.
Yeah! See, I went missing back in 98, and then they found me in 2001, and I did way more than 30 pounds of cocaine during those 6 months.
3 years. Never mind.
Wait, when was 9/11?
Sorry, Rico. Not a match.
No. Interesting information, but
yeah, you know what? We're learning a lot, but not matching so much. But you still have one very slim chance. So let's see if you gave the same answer as Maria Callas. Hello and welcome back, Maria. I'll read you the question one more time. After persistent rumors about his possible death, North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un, not Kim Jim Tim, was finally seen in public last week. And his explanation was that he was just busy doing blank. Okay. His scales. Kim Jong-un was MIA because he was busy doing his scales.
Yes, child, it can happen to any of us. When we are in the throes of our art, we become lost to the world for many moons until our voice is ready to soar. It was summer in Budapest when I felt the tickle in my box, my music box. But I must always show my best, especially before the Hungarian prince, so I locked myself in my hotel room and I rehearsed my scales for 3 days and 5 nights. Ionian, Dorian, Phrygian, Lydian, Mixolydian, Aeolian, Locrian. I rehearsed them all until I was blue in the face. Then I sang for the Duke and Duchess, and they loved me. Everybody loved me.
And how couldn't they? His scales. Was that your answer, Rico? No, but thank you very much, Miss Callis, for your time and your talent.
Of course.
Oh, isn't she wonderful, Rico? When
She's something.
I don't know what she was with, like the Mandalorian and like Caloride, and like she had all sorts of things to say.
Something about Budapest.
Yeah, that's in Hungary.
Oh,
All
Mr.
right.
Geographer.
No matches though yet, Rico.
No.
You might have to be on the show again, you unlucky bastard. But just remember,
I am coming to that reality, I guess.
Well, just remember, I definitely do. So, you think it could be worse, just look at the other person on the screen. But let's keep going. We still got 2 questions left. There is still hope. So, Rico, Joe Biden is really stepping up his campaign for president to the next level. I hear he's picking his running mate, and he's planning to announce next week that he's chosen Blanck to be his vice president.
Joe Biden. I'm going to say Brett Kavanaugh. Figure, because he always says, like, I'm going to try and reach across the aisle, get some of the, more moderate Republicans, but also he can double down on his sexual assault allegations.
He could.
Yeah.
He could. I mean, yeah.
Then open.
Not really a balance of the ticket in that case, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's what we're looking for. Balance.
But it is certainly an answer. And an informed one. At that. Let's see if you can get you a match there. First up, all right, because let's get her out of the way. Twinkle Toast Tina, you there, Tina? You ready to serve us some light ABC Family style comedy?
I'm ready. I can be family friendly. In fact, there are several families I have been more than friendly with, both together and separately.
I'm not taking the bait, Tina. So tell me, who has Sleepy Joe chosen to be his running mate?
Oh, well, I thought long and hard about this answer, Aaron. As a proud puppet of color, I was very excited to hear his promise to pick a female running mate. There were so many wonderful options to choose from, like Senators Warren, Harris, Klobuchar, and others like Governor Whitmer and Stacey Abrams and Congresswoman Presley. But after several minutes of thought, the choice became clear. So I said, my prolapsed anus. You want to see it, Aaron? If you put your ear up to it, you can hear the ocean. And just as many sailors have drowned to death in my butthole as the ocean. I'm classified as a natural disaster by the federal government.
Tina, don't tell lies. Everyone knows we don't have a federal government anymore. And mute your screen. No one wants to see that. Ugh.
Oh my God.
I thought, who's going to give a more offensive answer than Brett Kavanaugh? Should have counted on Tina for that.
I swore earlier and I was worried about it, and now just...
Yeah, I would feel better about that. I would feel better about if they lived through that. They definitely turned it off after whatever that was. But you know what, Rico? We carry on. We carry on to La Callis. Maria!
Hello, Aaron.
Oh, so who do you say that Joe Biden has chosen for his Veep?
Oh, the choice is obvious. Cardi B. She was the first person to warn America about coronavirus. She's a great businesswoman, and she's got a big Arctic shelf iceberg of an ass. What's not to love?
You know who Cardi B is?
Of course, darling. I'm a musician. My voice is my instrument. I know all the music. In fact, I've been working on this aria while in quarantine. If you will allow me to show you.
I mean, you know what? Last time I told someone they couldn't sing on the show, it did not end well. So you just go for it, but be quick. Whatever it is, I promise you, we do not have the rights to it.
I'm Maria Callas. I don't need rights. I am rights. I am music. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Oh, music.
Beautiful, Maria.
Music.
A classic. I cannot wait to hear it when it's finished.
It will not be improved. I've already perfected the aria, but you may wait to hear it until you can handle it.
Yowza. Whew. People are really starting to lose it in isolation, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you can argue that some of them, what did they have before it, you know?
Fair point. Fair point. Speaking of that, let's venture to everyone's favorite 8th president of the United States, Martin Van Buren. I can't imagine what he put for an answer.
New York.
Yeah, Biden's gonna pick New York as his running mate.
Yes. If every single New Yorker from New York was vice president, think about how much more New Yorkier it would be.
Martin, that makes no sense.
What are you talking about? New York makes all the sense in the world. It's got trains in the ground, snakes up in the sky, and sweet, sweet marmalade flowing down every street corner. I invented it, you know. That's right. I, Martin Van Buren from New York, invented marmalade. Martin Marmalade Van Buren.
Well, bully for you. And marmalade, apparently, but not for Rico, because that's not a match.
Oh, New York.
Yes, New York.
Oh, wow.
Marmalade? He invented marmalade?
I glanced at the Wikipedia article a second ago. I didn't get that far.
You didn't get that far? Well,
He was an abolitionist. I said that earlier.
that's good. I mean,
Good.
what's better, marmalade or abolition? Marmalade. Well, speaking of abolitionists, let's see what Aretha Franklin thinks. Because of the song. Thank.
It's good.
I'm sorry, Miss Franklin.
Apology accepted.
So, what do you say, Aretha? Who's Biden's BP? Rico said Brett Kavanaugh. What do you say?
Well, I'm afraid I do not have a match. You see, I put Diana Ross. She can't sing, she can't dance, she can't act, and she's bald underneath that wig. She's an untalented, skinny little heifer. She's the perfect politician, but don't let her touch you up top. What a stupid bitch. Hey, Diana, I'll say a little prayer for you. Why don't you reach out and touch some singing lessons? And stop putting your ugly grandkids in your concerts. If I ever had the desire to see what Ashley Simpson's offspring look like, I just stare at my coffee grounds before I mix them into my garden soil. Aretha, you so bad, honey.
Aretha, I didn't realize you had such animosity towards Diana Ross.
You don't know nothing. I hated all those heifers. Diana, Patty, Dion, Anita, not Gladys Knight, she's a nice lady. I have more talent in the corn on my big toe than any of them had in their entire bodies. I have 18 Grammys and 26 nominations, including a Grammy Award for Best R&B Vocal Performance for my 18th studio album, Young, Black, and Gifted. Beat that, Diana!
Wow.
You know, she just comes and goes as she pleases, doesn't she?
Queen of Soul, baby.
Queen of Soul. And she's showing us her soul, and some of it's a little dark. But nothing wrong with that. We love abolitionists around here. So, Rico, there's still no matches, but honestly, I don't think it's your fault. I'm starting to think that our celebrity guests are not taking this very seriously and that they might all hate me.
Well, I'm certainly taking it seriously.
Oh, I can tell. I can tell.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell. And let's continue, shall we? All right. Here's the question. Here we go. Coming right up. Coming right at you. Americans aren't crazy about vaccines. To make sure every American goes out and gets vaccinated once the coronavirus vaccine is developed, scientists have decided to call the vaccine Blanck.
I'm gonna say, like, I don't know. Well, part of me wants to just say New York, but I feel like there's no way he's gonna do it 4 times in a row.
I don't know. That could be a good idea. Could be a good way to get yourself a point.
Yeah, I'm gonna say freedom shots. I don't know. I've kind of run out of fun ideas at this point. I'm gonna say freedom shots.
Honestly, that's probably the most accurate thing anyone said this far, given our current administration.
Oh yeah.
I remember freedom fries.
I
remember that.
I was very young when that was a thing. As were you.
I was younger than you because I'm
Yeah.
younger than you.
Let's not bring that part up, but I just remember being pretty much a child, being like, "That's stupid. We're gonna call them freedom fries now." But I think freedom shots has legs.
Yeah, it has everything that Americans love: freedom and getting shot. Let's see if we can find ourselves some matches. All right, let's bring out Maria Callas. Maria, what have you got for us, Maria?
I think I understand your game now, Aaron. I'm giving this answer because I believe Tina Twinkie Tits will also give this answer. My answer is Destiny by Tiny Tater Tots.
Well, that's not exactly how the game works, but I love your energy. You are, of course, referring to Tina's failed perfume line, which smelled like spray paint.
It was spray paint, Aaron. Perfume that doubles as spray paint. And you spelled it wrong. It's pronounced Density by Twinkie Tits Tina. Why did they call me a perfume Destiny? It's not a horse.
Tina, can you please wait your turn? Well, that's a great answer, Maria, and I would like to inform my audience at this juncture that it is not safe to inject Tina's perfume into your bloodstream, nor is it safe to wear as perfume.
It's a very suitable substitute for motor oil. I have a deal with the Saudis.
Get off the screen, Tina! But thank you for your final answer, Maria. It's unfortunately not a match. It's never a match, but thank you. Yes, all right. Well, we tried. Let's keep going. Show me Aretha. Come on, we can do this.
Fight and wins the battle. I knew the taste of victory, like a mountain that climbs to the battle. I knew you were waiting. I knew you were waiting for me. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry.
So I think she said my hat and then sang I knew you were waiting for me.
Yeah.
Which is
Good song.
It is. It's not a match, but it's a good song.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's go to Martin Van Buren. Let's get Martin Van Buren out here. Okay, President Van Buren. Mr. Van Buren. I think I know what your answer is going to be, but I'll ask anyway. What should we call the coronavirus to make sure Americans will get it? Gatorade 2 Corona Boogaloo? That's a great answer. Lots of curb appeal, brand recognition, and a film reference. I think that could work. Very thoughtful, President Van Buren.
From New York. Martin Van Buren from New York.
And you always will be. Well, Rico, still no matches, though. I'm glad you didn't put New York, because that would have really been a kick in the pants.
I'm glad that I put it. I didn't do that, but I also am upset that nobody has matched my response.
Well, you got one last chance. The queen herself, Miss Twinkletoes Tina.
Oh.
Hello, Aaron.
Hello, Tina.
Hello, Rico. You're looking very naked under those clothes.
Yes, Tina, we Aaron, if you didn't know, Tina and I have worked together before. And it was an experience. No, not that. No, I have a separate OnlyFans page.
What's your name for it? Now's the time to plug things, apparently.
Trust me, if you need to ask me on Facebook, then you shouldn't be going on it.
Fair point. All right, Tina. We've been a bit at odds tonight.
I'm hard to handle.
Are you ready to answer?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Americans aren't crazy about vaccines. To make sure every American goes out and gets vaccinated once the vaccine is developed, scientists have decided to call the vaccine totally not herpes. Come on, Tina!
Okay, I have held my tongue long enough. This puppet is obscene.
Whoa, that's our word.
Puppet?
Whoa, you think you know someone. Terrence McNally was right about you.
Tina, come on. There has to be a line somewhere.
But I have herpes.
What?
Wait, herpes 1 or herpes 2?
Does it matter?
Details matter, Aaron.
What, guys? You act like I'm the criminal. I didn't give it to Mr. Rogers. He gave it to me.
Whoa. What in the name of New York is this strange-looking mop talking about? There are two types of herpes.
Yeah, and Fred got it from that old slutty Queen King Friday. But who didn't get it from King Friday?
Now wait just a Queen Latifah minute. I will not sit here and listen to a good man like King Friday be besmirched by this Ellen degenerate. Just because you got herpes and God knows what else by licking toilet seats at the Port Authority bus station and Jacuzzi Emporium does not mean you can slander peaceful monarchs.
Oh, sounds like somebody's been spending too much time with Mr. McFeely, a real character from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
And you're one to talk about slander, Miss Franklin. I've heard you sing opera, and all I can say is, Nessun Dor me.
Oh, that rips my big fat Greek wedding. Sing off right now, you and me.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Oh.
New York.
You wouldn't know it.
New
Mixling and
York.
skeleton.
Like
Rich you and buttocks, madam.
Get on scale.
Carol King sang it better.
All right. Okay. All right. We're muting. All right, everybody, you stay muted, you stay quiet. Well, folks, we've gotten to the point of the night where everybody is just screaming at each other. So it looks like we're at the end of our program. I'd like to thank the Epic Theater Company for broadcasting this program and remind everyone that if you have any complaints about the programming, please direct them to Artistic Director Kevin Broccoli's personal email of ccolumbus@trinityrep.com. Thanks again for watching. I'm Aaron Blanck, reminding you to spay and neuter anti-vaxxers so they don't procreate. Now, play us out, Papa Kozac!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Feeling the blank, 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 blank. Feeling the blank, 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 blank. Feeling the blank, 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 blank. Feeling the blank. Feeling the blank, 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 blank. Feeling the blank, 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 blank. Feeling the blank, 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 blank. Feeling the blank. Feeling the blank. Fill in the blank.
All right, wave goodbye, stars.